very hungry caterpillar's journey in an age of yore, within a verdant garden adorned with an array of blossoms resembling a kaleidoscope, rested a diminutive, spherical egg. Serenely positioned upon a leaf, it luxuriated in the gentle embrace of the sun's rays. Concealed within its confines, a minuscule existence was in its nascent stages, poised to unfurl its journey. With the advent of a radiant Monday morn, the egg commenced a gentle dance of wiggles and tremors. From its conch emerged a minuscule and distinctly unique figure. This entity surveyed its surroundings, wide eyes brimming with an insatiable curiosity. The caterpillar's stomach rumbled with hunger. It didn't hesitate and took its first bite of the leaf on which it lay. As the days passed, the caterpillar grew more adventurous and hungry. It crunched through apples on Tuesday, pears on Wednesday, and even feasted on strawberries by Thursday. It ate through oranges on Friday, and by Saturday it was feasting on an assortment of colorful delicacies: cake, pie, sausage, pickle, cheese, lollipop, and salami. The caterpillar was big now, and it had become plump from all the eating. It felt different than before. It was still curious, but also a little tired. It knew the time had come to rest. So, on Sunday, the caterpillar built a small house around itself, what we'd call a cocoon, and snuggled in. Inside the cocoon, the caterpillar began to change. It was a long and silent process, but the caterpillar felt safe and protected in its cozy home. Days turned into weeks. The garden bloomed around the cocoon, blissfully unaware of the miracle unfolding within. Then, one fine morning, something stirred within the cocoon. Out of the cocoon unfolded a creature of stunning beauty. It was the caterpillar, but not as it was known before. It had transformed into a breathtaking butterfly. Fluttering its vibrant wings, the butterfly felt a joy unlike anything it had known as a caterpillar. It felt the wind beneath its wings and the freedom to explore without limits. The butterfly started its journey through the garden, dancing from one flower to another. Every color was more beautiful, and every scent was more intoxicating than the caterpillar could have ever imagined. Each day was a new adventure for the butterfly. It met new creatures, discovered new places, tasted new nectar, and enjoyed every moment of its beautiful life. The butterfly was overjoyed. Its heart was filled with gratitude for the journey it had embarked upon, right from the time it was a tiny, hungry caterpillar. As the butterfly fluttered around the garden, it realized that each stage of its life had a purpose: to grow, to transform, and finally, to fly freely. Each day, the butterfly cherished its freedom, the beauty of the world around it, and the joy of discovery. It truly understood the importance of every stage of its journey. One day, while resting on the very leaf where it all started, the butterfly looked back at its past. It remembered the egg, the young caterpillar, the cocoon, and the transformation that occurred. The butterfly realized that every step, no matter how challenging it seemed at the time, was necessary for it to become the creature it was now. It learned that there was a natural rhythm and order to its life, just like every other creature in this world. It was content and grateful for its journey. Each sunset, the butterfly would return to the tree containing the leaf where its life had begun. And each sunrise, it would wake up with renewed energy to live its beautiful life. The story of our very hungry caterpillar, which blossomed into a beautiful butterfly, resonates through the garden. It is a celebration of transformation, growth, and the power of change. It is an affirmation for every creature, big and small, that life is a journey made up of many stages. Each one is essential, meaningful, and filled with its unique beauty. Our butterfly continues to flutter joyfully through the garden, reminding us all of the new beginnings, growth, perseverance, and the wonderful transformations life offers us. So, the next time you see a tiny caterpillar or a dazzling butterfly, remember the very hungry caterpillar's journey. Understand that each stage of life holds its unique gift and purpose. The butterfly spreads its wings, feeling the sun's warmth, relishing the fresh air, and delighting in the garden's beauty. It continues its journey, living each day in joy.
It was a sunny day on the island of Sodor, and Thomas the tank engine was chugging along the railway tracks. He was on his way to pick up passengers for a trip to the seaside. Suddenly Thomas heard a loud noise in the distance. It was his friend Gordon, the express train. He was stuck on the tracks with a broken wheel. "Don't worry, Gordon," said Thomas. "I'll find a spare wheel for you." And with that, Thomas set off on his mission. Thomas searched high and low, near and far, but he couldn't find a spare wheel anywhere. The situation seemed hopeless. Just then, Thomas heard a rumbling sound. It was his friend Blaze the monster machine, driving up in a cloud of dust. "What's the matter, Thomas?" asked Blaze. After Thomas explained the situation, Blaze said, "I think I can help. I'll find a wheel for Gordon." With a roar of his engine, Blaze sped off. He was determined to find a spare wheel to help his friend Gordon. Blaze searched everywhere, from junkyards to garages. Finally, he found a wheel that would fit Gordon perfectly. With the wheel secured, Blaze drove back to Thomas and Gordon as fast as he could. He couldn't wait to help fix Gordon. "I found a wheel," Blaze announced, pulling up beside Thomas and Gordon. He unloaded the wheel, and they all set to work. Working together, they managed to replace Gordon's broken wheel. It was a tough job, but their teamwork made it possible. "Thank you, Thomas and Blaze," said Gordon gratefully. "I couldn't have done it without your help." With the problem solved, Thomas, Blaze and Gordon set off for the seaside. They chugged along the tracks, happy to be together. As they journeyed, they saw beautiful fields, towering mountains, and sparkling streams. It was a wonderful trip, and they all enjoyed the scenery. Finally, they reached the seaside. The waves lapped gently against the shore, and the sun shone brightly in the sky. It was a perfect day. The passengers disembarked, thanking Thomas, Blaze, and Gordon for the wonderful journey. The friends were happy to have been able to help. As the day ended, Thomas, Blaze, and Gordon returned to their homes. They were tired but satisfied with their day's work. "Today was a great day," said Thomas, as he settled down for the night. He was glad to have such wonderful friends. "Yes, it was," agreed Blaze. He was proud of their teamwork and the help they had provided to Gordon. "I'm grateful for your help," said Gordon. He was glad to be able to travel again, thanks to his friends. They all agreed that helping each other was the best part of their day. After all, that's what friends are for. The next day, Thomas, Blaze, and Gordon were ready for new adventures. They knew that whatever happened, they could count on each other. Together, they faced every challenge with courage and determination. Their friendship and teamwork were their greatest strengths. So whether they were delivering passengers, helping each other, or simply enjoying the beauty of Sodor, they did it together. And that's the story of how Thomas, Blaze, and Gordon turned a simple trip to the seaside into an adventure of friendship and teamwork. A long, long time ago, in a far-off little village that seemed almost like a secret, a young girl named Mary lived. She shared a small, cozy house with her loving parents, and together they managed to lead a simple but happy life. Mary was very creative, despite being very poor. She adored painting and drawing. She would express her creativity using any available material, including bare walls, tree bark, mud, and even fallen leaves. One day, as Mary was using a stick to draw in the sand, an elderly man showed up. He watched her closely as she created intricate patterns. Impressed by her talent, he approached the girl, admiring her skills. The old man, who was actually a wizard in disguise, handed Mary a golden ornate paintbrush. "This is a magic paintbrush, my girl. Whatever you paint with it, it will come to life," he said. Mary was shocked. The old man urged her to give it a try despite her hesitation. "This gift is for you," he said with a soft smile. "Make good use of it." Then he disappeared without a trace. With the paintbrush in hand, Mary drew a bird. To her astonishment, it sprang from the ground, flapped its wings, and flew away. Overwhelmed, she dashed home to share this miraculous incident with her parents. Having experienced it for many years, the old wizard cautioned Mary about the magic paintbrush. "Magic is a powerful tool, dear. Use it wisely for the good of all," he said. Mary promised to heed his words. The next day, Mary began painting for the village. She painted plump chickens for the poor, ripe fruits for the hungry, warm clothes for the cold, and toys for the children. Word of Mary's benevolence and the magic paintbrush spread across the land. Soon the greedy emperor heard of it. He desired the brush not to help others, but to increase his wealth. The emperor sent his soldiers to seize the paintbrush. Mary refused to give it up, so they took her to the palace. The emperor ordered Mary to paint him a mountain of gold. Knowing the emperor's intentions, Mary took a different approach. She painted a roaring sea around the gold, protecting it. Furious, the emperor demanded Mary paint a ship to reach the gold. Mary obliged, but as soon as the emperor boarded the ship, it set sail on its own. It sailed farther and farther, eventually disappearing over the horizon, taking the emperor with it. The emperor was lost at sea, and the kingdom was free from his tyranny. Mary, with her magical paintbrush, assured the people's welfare. She painted food, clothes, and homes for everyone. Mary became the beloved hero of the kingdom, but she never let the power of the magic paintbrush corrupt her. She remembered her parents' wise words and used the brush only for the betterment of others. As time passed, Mary grew old. She continued to use the magic paintbrush selflessly, improving the lives of the villagers. The enchanting tales of the magic paintbrush became part of the kingdom's folklore. Mary knew she couldn't live forever, so she decided to pass the magic paintbrush to someone who she believed would use it wisely. She chose a young girl, Lee, known for her kindness and integrity. She taught Lee everything about the magic paintbrush. When she was confident of her understanding and commitment, she handed her the precious implement. Mary's heart was at ease, knowing that the village was in good hands. With the passing of the seasons, Mary's time came. Before leaving, she painted a beautiful sunset, her final masterpiece. As the sun set, Mary's soul departed, leaving behind a legacy of love, compassion, and wisdom. Lee carried on Mary's legacy, using the magic paintbrush for the welfare of the villagers. The village thrived under her watch, and the legend of the magic paintbrush continued to inspire generations. The magic paintbrush stood as a testament to the power of creativity, kindness, and courage. It served as a reminder that it's not the magic in the brush that matters, but the heart wielding it. Mary's story echoed across time, teaching everyone the importance of using one's gifts for the greater good. And so, the magic of the paintbrush lived on, spreading joy and prosperity, and reminding everyone of the girl with the golden heart. Rolling green hills, there lived an unusual character, a wasp with a mop for hair. Unlike the other wasps, this one had bristles sprouting from his head, making him the talk of the insect world. The wasp's name was Wiggles, reflecting his twitchy, jittery nature. His mop-haired look won him a reputation among the creatures of the hills. Everyone had a story or two about Wiggles. As Wiggles buzzed through the air, he enjoyed his distinct look. It made him feel unique among his wasp brethren who had no hair. He was a spectacle to behold, a wasp like no other. Wiggles was pleased with his place in the world. The hills were his playground, and he delighted in the attention that he received from the other creatures. However, curiosity often got the better of him. One day, Wiggles decided to explore a little further than his usual paths. He fluttered his wings and flew off, beyond the hills and over the skyline. His journey had begun. He found himself in a bustling city, where tall buildings towered above him. The city was loud and foreign to him. As Wiggles flew over the cityscape, he felt both exhilarated and scared. In all the commotion, Wiggles landed on a windowsill to rest. He encountered a mirror for the first time and looked at himself. Seeing his mop hair made him chuckle. However, he also felt out of place. His mop hair stood out like a sore thumb amidst the sleek city structures. He missed his hill home's familiarity and the other creatures who understood him. Wiggles felt a pang of homesickness. It surprised him that he missed his mundane life in the hills. He began to understand that exploration is not just about new experiences, but also about understanding one's home. With renewed vigour, Wiggles lifted off from the windowsill and started his journey back home. As he flew, he carried a sense of gratitude for his unique home and the creatures that inhabited it. After a long journey, blue hills came into view. Wiggles felt a rush of relief and excitement at the sight of his homeland. But he also felt different, matured somehow. Buzzing over his friends, he greeted each one of them, glad to be back among familiar faces. It felt like a homecoming, a celebration, even though he had been away for only a day. Wiggles realized that his mop hair wasn't just a spectacle, but a symbol of his uniqueness. He understood that being different was a strength, not a weakness. His wasp family welcomed him with open wings. From then on, Wiggles embraced his mop hair, wearing it as a symbol of his journey. He flew around the hills with a newfound confidence, sharing stories of his adventures in the city. Yet, Wiggles never lost his sense of humility. He reminded himself of the lessons he had learned during his journey, about home, about individuality, and about the power of adventure. Even though his mop hair made him different, Wiggles was happy. He loved his hills, his family, and his unique mop. All of this made him the special wasp that he was. And so, Wiggles lived out his days in the hills, a legend in his own right. His eccentric mop head became an emblem, not just of his personality, but of his courage and adventurous spirit. Over time, Wiggles' stories became legends. His friends told tales of the mop-haired wasp who wasn't afraid to be different, who embraced his uniqueness, and who dared to explore beyond the hills. Wiggles became a hero. He was an example to other wasps, showing them that they too could be different, could explore, and that there was no shame in being true to oneself. Life was peaceful in the hills. Wiggles enjoyed his time, sharing stories and taking care of younger wasps. He had become a source of inspiration and wisdom for many. Days passed into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. Wiggles grew older and wiser, but he never lost his love for exploration and adventure. His mop hair turned from brown to silver. Wiggles' life was filled with joy and fulfillment. Each day he woke up to the buzzing of his wasp family, the chirping of the birds, and the rustle of the leaves. His life was perfect in its simplicity and natural beauty. As Wiggles aged, he passed on his wisdom and stories to the younger wasps. He spoke about his adventures, his journey, and the lessons he had learned. He taught them about the importance of being true to oneself. Even in his old age, Wiggles still flew around the hills with his mop hair fluttering in the wind. He was a testament to living life on one's own terms and embracing one's individuality. In the end, Wiggles will always be remembered as the mop-haired wasp who dared to be different, who dared to explore, and who dared to live out loud. His story is a timeless lesson about the beauty of individuality and self-acceptance. Commonly known as Flamingo, stood at the entrance of the Roblox world, excitement surging through his veins. The colours were vivid and entrancing, pulling him in. He stepped forward, the virtual terrain changing beneath his feet. He marvelled at the diverse landscapes, each region having its own unique charm. A notification popped up revealing a mission. Help the villagers retrieve their lost gems, it read. Intrigued, Flamingo decided to take it up. As he ventured deeper into Roblox world, he stumbled upon a peculiar creature, a talking fox named Blinks. Blinks, being a local, offered to guide Flamingo through the thick forest. They navigated through the lush greenery, bound by a new-found camaraderie. They reached a village where the plight of the villagers was evident. The gems that once sparkled in their homes were nowhere to be seen. Flamingo promised to recover the gems. He and Blinks set off for the treacherous mountains, following clues from an old villager's tale. The mountains were perilous, but Flamingo faced the challenge bravely. As a team, they emerged victorious, finding the entrance to a hidden cave. Dark and eerie, filled with ominous echoes, the cave intimidated them, yet they ventured in, driven by their promise to the villagers. They faced many trials in the cave but kept pushing forward. Flamingo's determination and Blinks's quick thinking made them an unstoppable duo. Finally, they found the stolen gems guarded by a giant spectral snake. It hissed menacingly, but Flamingo and Blinks were not deterred. Using their wits, they outsmarted the spectral snake. As it slithered away, Flamingo and Blinks grabbed the gems. Their mission was accomplished. The two heroes returned to the village, greeted by cheering villagers. The gems brought back the sparkle in their homes and joy in their hearts. The villagers thanked Flamingo and Blinks profusely. Their adventure in the Roblox world had not only brought them closer, but also made a difference. As he continued his journey, Flamingo met several unique characters, each with their own stories and challenges. His YouTube subscribers were in for a treat. From building virtual cities to solving complex riddles, Flamingo faced every challenge head-on. His vigour and enthusiasm remained unscathed throughout. His adventures also allowed him to discover hidden corners of the Roblox world. Each terrain was a new story waiting to be explored. Flamingo's journey wasn't just about fun and games. Through his adventures, he learned valuable lessons of teamwork, courage, and resilience. Every new friend he made, every mission he accomplished, added to his character. He evolved from a player into a hero in the Roblox world. In the end, Flamingo returned to his starting point, having experienced a whirlwind of emotions and adventures. His heart was enriched with memories. The vibrant world of Roblox had become a second home to him. He bid it goodbye for now, promising to return, ready for the next adventure. As he logged out, Flamingo couldn't help but smile. He had much to share with his subscribers, exciting tales of bravery, friendship, and adventure. He started editing his video, excitement bubbling within him. He knew his subscribers were waiting eagerly, and he couldn't wait to show them his journey. The video was a huge hit. The comments section was overflowing with positive feedback and praise for his courage and resilience in the Roblox world. As he signed off, Flamingo felt a surge of accomplishment. He had not only explored the Roblox world, but had also brought joy to millions. The adventures of Flamingo in the vibrant world of Roblox were far from over. This was merely the beginning, and many more adventures awaited him. Whether in the form of missions, friendships, or life lessons, every new experience contributed to his growth. His adventures made him not just a player, but a hero. Flamingo's Roblox journey was a testament to the fact that virtual worlds can create real experiences, and through these experiences, one can live 1,000 lives. And so, each day, Flamingo logged on to Roblox. For a new adventure, a new story. Each day was a new chapter in his virtual book of life. Through his journey, Flamingo has inspired many. His stories have taught us not just about the Roblox world, but also about friendship, bravery, and resilience. Until this day, Flamingo continues his exploration. His adventures are a source of joy for many, helping them discover the vibrant world of Roblox, one story at a time.